Have you noticed it lately? Standing up from your chair feels slower. Climbing stairs takes a little more effort. And carrying groceries, something you once did without thinking, now feels like lifting weights. You're not alone. After 60 million of older adults silently experience the slow loss of muscle, what doctors call sarcopenia. But here's the twist, it's not just about strength, it's about freedom. Your ability to move confidently, to stay independent, and to live healthy after 50 depends on more than just your muscles, it depends on what you feed them. Now, most people think the only way to fight muscle loss is with intense workouts or expensive supplements. But what if that's not true? What if there's another path, simpler, smarter, and more sustainable? Let me tell you a true story. In Japan, there's a man who's breaking every rule we thought we knew about aging. He's over 100 years old, still walks, still writes, still treats patients, and no, he doesn't go to the gym. His secret, it's not in a bottle or a pill, it's in his kitchen. Today's episode reveals what Japan's oldest practicing doctor has eaten for decades to rebuild muscle, maintain energy, and age with strength without ever stepping foot in a gym. These aren't magic tricks. They're real foods backed by science and used by some of the longest living people on Earth. If you're passionate about senior health, healthy aging, or just looking for natural ways to feel strong again, stay with us. We're about to explore how food, not exercise, might be your most powerful tool for building muscle after 60. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and share this with someone who's ready to feel stronger every morning. And here's a question for you. What's one food you eat regularly that makes you feel energized and alive? Tell me in the comments, I'd love to know. Now let's explore the first food on the doctor's list. And trust me, it's not what you'd expect. Verse 1, natto, the fermented superfood that rebuilds muscle after 60. You probably haven't heard much about natto. In fact, many Americans over 50 have never even seen it. It's sticky, stringy, has a strong smell, and let's be honest, it doesn't exactly scream superfood at first glance. But if you care about senior health, healthy aging, and preserving your freedom through strength, natto might be the most important food you're not eating. Natto is fermented soybeans. It's been a breakfast staple in Japan for over 1,000 years. And what sets it apart isn't just its tradition, it's the powerful science behind it. Natto is one of the only plant-based foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids. That makes it a complete protein, which is incredibly rare in vegetarian sources. And for seniors who often struggle to digest heavy meats or absorb nutrients from them, this matters a lot. But there's more. Natto contains an enzyme called nattokinase, which helps improve blood circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients more efficiently to your muscles. It also provides vitamin K2, which plays a crucial role in sending calcium where it belongs into your bones, not your arteries. Together, this makes natto a powerhouse for natural muscle support, bone strength, and overall cardiovascular health. It's one of the most overlooked yet effective tools for those who want to live healthy after 50 without medications, powders, or gym routines. In one small coastal town outside of Osaka, there's a man named Hiroshi Yamada. He's 87. Every morning he walks a steep hill to his garden, tends his vegetables, and comes back down with a basket full of greens. No cane, no complaints. His breakfast, steamed rice and a bowl of natto every day since he was a teenager. His doctor once asked how he still had the grip strength of a man 20 years younger. He just smiled and said, natto. I don't like the taste, but I like how I feel. Stories like his aren't rare in Japan, and researchers have taken notice. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that elderly adults who consumed fermented soy products regularly had significantly higher leg muscle mass and better mobility than those who didn't. Another study linked nattokinase to lower risk of blood clots and improved arterial flexibility, 2 key factors in maintaining physical ability over time. But one of the most underrated benefits of natto is its impact on gut health. Because it's fermented, natto is rich in probiotics, those friendly bacteria that help improve digestion and nutrient absorption. And here's the thing, as we age, our gut becomes less efficient. Even if we eat well, our bodies often don't absorb nutrients like they used to. Natto helps fix that. It doesn't just feed your muscles, it helps your body actually use the nutrients from everything else you eat. It amplifies the benefit of your entire diet. Now, how do you eat it? In Japan, it's usually served over warm rice, stirred well until it's frothy and mixed with mustard or soy sauce. The taste takes a little getting used to, but just a few tablespoons in the morning can make a noticeable difference over time. And you don't need much. The power is in the consistency, just like your habits, daily, steady, intentional. If you're serious about natural health for seniors, building strength without strain, and finding simple habits that actually work, this is where to begin. Not in the gym, not in a bottle, but in a bowl of sticky beans that carry the wisdom of generations. So tell me, have you ever tried natto before? If not, would you be willing to give it a shot? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, if this gave you something new to think about, hit that like button, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and share it with someone you care about. They might just thank you one day when they stand up a little stronger than before. Number 2, sardines, deep nutrition from a tiny fish. They're small, they're humble, and they come in a can. But sardines might just be one of the most powerful tools you can use to rebuild strength, sharpen your mind, and stay active well into your 70s, 80s, or even 90s. For anyone focused on senior health and wanting to live healthy after 50, this little fish delivers big benefits without costing a fortune or requiring a complicated routine. Packed with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, selenium, and CoQ10, sardines are a complete package for muscle support, bone health, and brain function. Omega-3s are critical for reducing inflammation, which is a root cause of muscle breakdown and joint stiffness in older adults. CoQ10 boosts energy at the cellular level, helping your body create the fuel it needs to move, lift, and stay steady. Vitamin D and calcium, as you probably know, are essential for maintaining strong bones and preventing fractures. But the magic of sardines doesn't stop there. They also help protect your balance and coordination, two things that quietly decline with age and put many older adults at risk of falls. And here's something surprising. Sardines are one of the few natural sources of both EPA and DHA, the two most bioavailable forms of omega-3s. These compounds don't just help your muscles, they keep your brain sharp, your reaction time quick, and your memory clear. For anyone seeking daily habits for longevity, this is one you can start this week. Dr. Andrea Levine, a geriatric nutrition specialist at Stanford, has long recommended sardines to her older patients. She notes that people who eat them regularly show noticeable improvement in endurance and mental clarity over time. Her words, "It's like oiling a rusty machine. You don't need a lot, you just need the right kind." That rang true for Walter Simmons, a retired firefighter in Oregon. After turning 73, he started noticing that he tired out faster during his morning walks. His daughter, a dietitian, suggested he start adding sardines to his lunch twice a week. Within a month, he said he felt more like myself again. Now he grills them lightly with lemon and eats them over a warm quinoa salad. No supplements, no shakes, just food that works. Research backs it up. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher levels of omega-3s experienced 30% less muscle loss over a 5-year period than those with low levels. Another study from Japan links sardine consumption to improve postural stability in elderly patients, something directly tied to independence and quality of life. And because sardines are small, they're naturally low in mercury, unlike larger fish like tuna or swordfish. That makes them safe to eat several times a week, especially for those over 60 who want to avoid heavy metal buildup but still get essential marine nutrients. You don't need to be a chef to enjoy sardines. Open a tin, drain it, and add them to a rice bowl, avocado toast, or even a green salad. If you prefer warm meals, try grilling them with a bit of olive oil and fresh herbs. Their flavor is rich, their texture satisfying, and their impact surprising. For anyone over 60 looking to support natural health for seniors, protect muscle function, and maintain vitality without over-relying on pills or powders, sardines offer a time-tested, scientifically backed solution. Would you try adding sardines to your weekly routine? Or do you already have a favorite recipe? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know how you make them work for you. And if this gave you a new idea for your own health journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and pass it along to someone who might need that extra push to nourish their body in a smarter, simpler way. Omega 3, seaweed strength from the sea. It's not flashy, it doesn't take up space on the plate, and yet seaweed may be one of the most quietly powerful foods for anyone looking to rebuild muscle, support digestion, and maintain energy after 60. For those committed to healthy aging, seaweed offers a unique combination of nutrients that most diets in the West are missing, and it could be the secret weapon in your fight against fatigue, inflammation, and weakness. At first glance, it's just a thin sheet or a few dark green strands. But dig deeper and seaweed reveals its strength. It's rich in magnesium, potassium, and iodine, three nutrients that play an essential role in keeping muscles functioning and hormones balanced. Iodine in particular supports thyroid health. And as we age, thyroid function often slows down, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and loss of lean muscle. Seaweed helps restore that internal rhythm. It helps regulate metabolism, which affects how efficiently your body uses energy and repairs itself. Seaweed also contains polysaccharides, plant compounds that feed healthy bacteria in the gut and reduce chronic inflammation. That's important because inflammation doesn't just cause stiffness, it also speeds up cellular aging. By calming internal stress, seaweed helps preserve strength, coordination, and clarity of mind. Joanne Carter, a 69-year-old yoga instructor in New Mexico, swears by it. A few years ago, she noticed her digestion slowing down. She felt bloated after meals and her energy would dip by mid-morning. Her nutritionist recommended she start adding rehydrated seaweed to her miso soup twice a week. Within a few weeks, the change was clear. "I wasn't just feeling better in my stomach," she said. "I felt lighter. My movements were smoother. I didn't get tired as quickly during class." She never imagined something so simple could make such a big difference. Scientific research supports her experience. A study published in Frontiers in Endocrinology found that regular consumption of sea vegetables helped regulate thyroid hormone levels in older adults. Another report in Nutrients confirmed that seaweed's unique fiber compounds support gut lining health and enhance nutrient absorption, key for anyone focused on natural health for seniors and maintaining strength without synthetic aids. And here's the overlooked part. Seaweed is one of the few foods that supports both physical performance and immunity at the same time. It's loaded with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, the cellular damage that causes aging from the inside out. By protecting your cells, seaweed helps your muscles recover faster, your joints stay supple, and your brain stay clear. For those building daily habits for longevity, seaweed is easy to include. You can add a strip of wakame to soup, soak aram or hijiki in warm water, and toss it into salads. Even a pinch of seaweed flakes over rice or scrambled eggs adds flavor and strength. It doesn't take much to feel the impact. The taste, it's earthy, ocean-like, but surprisingly satisfying once your palate adjusts. And because it's so low in calories and high in minerals, it's one of the safest, most sustainable foods for those over 60, looking to support their muscles, their metabolism, and their overall well-being. Are you already using seaweed in your meals? Or is this your first time hearing about its benefits? I'd love to know. Share your experience in the comments. And if you're finding this helpful, remember to like the video, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and send this to someone who might need a little reminder that healing doesn't always come from a pharmacy. Sometimes it comes from the sea. Duanakan sesame seeds, tiny grains, tremendous power. They're easy to miss. Sprinkled on a roll, stirred into a soup, or buried in the crust of a cracker, sesame seeds don't exactly scream longevity. But for anyone over 60 trying to stay strong, mobile, and independent, these tiny grains carry an outsized impact. Sesame seeds are packed with calcium, magnesium, healthy fats, and plant-based protein, a rare combination that directly supports joint health, muscle integrity, and cellular repair. But what sets them apart from other seeds is a natural compound called sesamin, a type of lignin that protects against inflammation and oxidative stress. Two of the biggest culprits behind aging tissue, sore joints, and slow recovery. And that's not theory, that's biology. As we age, the collagen and connective tissues in our body naturally begin to break down. It's why knees start to ache after a walk, why fingers get stiff in the morning, and why even light chores leave us more fatigued than they used to. Sesame seeds help slow that breakdown. They nourish the soft tissue, the ligaments, tendons, and cartilage that support every movement you make. Annette Harmon, a 76-year-old retired librarian from Vermont, had spent years dealing with stiff wrists and aching shoulders. She assumed it was just part of getting older. But when her physical therapist recommended adding ground sesame to her breakfast oats each morning, she gave it a try. 2 months later, she was stirring soup again with ease. "I didn't expect anything," she said, "but I could feel the difference. My hands moved easier. My back didn't tighten up by noon, and I was sleeping better too." She's not alone. Research from the International Journal of Rheumatic Diseases found that older adults who consume sesame daily reported reduced joint pain and improved physical function compared to those who didn't. The study also showed decreased markers of inflammation thanks in part to sesame's rich antioxidant profile. That antioxidant defense is crucial for anyone focused on senior health. When oxidative stress goes unchecked, it doesn't just affect your muscles. It wears down your energy, your clarity, even your immune system. Sesame seeds help your body fight back from the inside out. But don't let the science intimidate you. One of the best things about sesame is how simple it is to use. No prep, no complicated instructions. Just grind a spoonful and sprinkle it on rice, miso soup, oatmeal, or even yogurt. You can stir it into salad dressings, mix it with honey as a quick snack, or add it to steamed veggies for a flavorful boost. Ground sesame is easier to digest than whole seeds and helps your body absorb more of the minerals packed inside. And if you're working to live healthy after 50, this isn't just about muscles or bones. It's about momentum. Every small action, like adding sesame to your meals, becomes part of a larger rhythm that builds strength, resilience, and confidence. Have you ever added sesame to your meals? Or is this your first time hearing about its deeper health benefits? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're using food as your daily medicine. And if this inspired you to make a small change for your joints, your energy, or your independence, tap that like button, subscribe to live healthy after 50, and share this with someone who's looking for a natural way to keep moving with ease and grace. So your year 5, purple sweet potatoes, the healing carb that rebuilds muscle. Carbs get a bad rap, especially as we age. Somewhere along the line, we were told to cut back, avoid the starch, skip the potatoes. But when it comes to healthy aging and restoring strength after 60, not all carbohydrates are the enemy. In fact, one of the most nourishing foods you can eat is a purple root that's been cherished in Okinawa for generations. The purple sweet potato. This isn't your average comfort food. Purple sweet potatoes are rich in resistant starch, beta-carotene, anthocyanins, and fiber. These compounds work together to stabilize blood sugar, feed the gut, and reduce chronic inflammation. For older adults looking to rebuild muscle, protect energy levels, and support recovery, this humble root does it all. The resistant starch in purple sweet potatoes functions almost like a prebiotic. It passes through the stomach undigested and becomes fuel for the good bacteria in your intestines. That's key because as we get older, our gut microbiome shifts. And when the gut gets out of balance, everything from digestion to nutrient absorption to mood can suffer. A healthy gut isn't just about regularity. It's the foundation for natural health for seniors, stronger immunity, and better muscle regeneration. These potatoes are also loaded with anthocyanins, the same compounds that give blueberries their deep color. In the body, they help reduce oxidative stress and speed up tissue repair, exactly what aging muscle fibers need. Combined with beta-carotene, they also support eye health, cellular renewal, and skin elasticity, essential tools for anyone trying to age gracefully and stay vibrant beyond 60. Dennis Rourke, a 71-year-old retired engineer in Colorado, had always been wary of carbs. He stuck to lean proteins and skipped starches for years. But after a minor surgery left his legs weaker, his nutritionist encouraged him to add half a cup of baked purple sweet potatoes to his lunch each day. 2 months later, he was climbing stairs again with confidence. "I wasn't just full," he said. "I had fuel. I felt restored." Science backs his experience. A study published in the Journal of Food Science found that anthocyanins from purple sweet potatoes significantly reduced markers of inflammation in older adults. Another report in Nutrition Research showed that diets rich in resistant starch improve insulin sensitivity, metabolic flexibility, and even promote lean muscle growth when paired with light physical activity. For those building daily habits for longevity, purple sweet potatoes offer a simple, satisfying way to stay nourished without spikes or crashes. They're naturally sweet but won't overload your system. They help you feel full, restore glycogen after activity, and create a hormonal environment that supports muscle repair and sustained energy. And the best part, they're incredibly easy to enjoy. Steam them with a pinch of sea salt, roast them in the oven with olive oil, mash them with a bit of cinnamon. You can pair them with grilled fish, toss them into salad, or eat them chilled as a midday snack. The flavor is grounding, the benefits lasting. If you're aiming to live healthy after 50 and want to feel strong without relying on supplements, pills, or protein shakes, this might be the change your body's been waiting for. Have you ever tried purple sweet potatoes? If not, would you add them to your meals after hearing this? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and share it with someone who needs a natural boost in strength one bite at a time. 5 simple foods, no pills, no gym. Just quiet, powerful allies rebuilding your strength, your balance, and your trust in your own body after 60. These aren't just nutrients. They're reminders that healing is still possible, that living well isn't behind you, it's in the choices you make starting tomorrow morning. Your body doesn't need a miracle. It needs a message. And that message starts with breakfast, a spoonful of sesame, a few bites of grilled fish, half a sweet potato, warm, soft, and full of promise. For anyone seeking aging gracefully advice, a real senior nutrition guide, or just one natural way to prevent aging diseases, these foods are the foundation, and the habit is yours to build. If this video gave you hope or reminded you that your next chapter can be strong, independent, and full of energy, share it with someone you love. A small morning ritual could change their life. If this helped you, don't forget to subscribe. Your health is your greatest wealth.